2 minutes, we're going to start the class. So if you're turning up, welcome, and settling into what is going to be the whoopsie-daisy, the IELTS reading, the IELTS reading class, matching information, true, false, and not given. And again, we'll start in about a minute. So settling in, if you're feeling comfortable, grab a pen, grab a pad, make sure you can see, sitting comfortably without distractions, getting ready to become familiar with what are the tasks in IELTS reading. All right, welcome everyone. My name's David. I'm teacher here at E2 Language. I'm going to guide us through reading, matching information, true, false, and not given for the IELTS reading test. So grab a pen, grab a pad to take notes as well. Get ready to use your chat if you can on your laptop or your device, your mobile device as well. A lot of people turn up on their mobile. You're traveling, or you just happen to have grabbed this moment in time to become familiar with these tasks. So we're going to get started. Please interact with the material where possible. But it really is a familiarization with these methods for these tasks in IELTS reading. Challenging as it is, you can succeed in the test. Now, if you're on the platform already, do the practice tasks and then the assessments to get feedback, to know where you're up to. Practice all the English skills to enable you to develop those skills for test day and beyond. Do a mock test if you can, meaning do a test that is identical to what you'll do on test day to have your skills tested, and you'll get graded and feedback on that. Today, we're going to look at identifying information, true, false, and not given, and matching information. Now, if you have a look at that, there are 11 task types in IELTS reading. So you need a method for each of these, and some of the methods are similar, but you need to be aware of them and practice, and practicing off the platform will enable you to do that. In the IELTS reading test, there are 3 sections, 20 minutes per section, 40 questions in total, 11 to 14 questions per section. Questions generally appear in text order, in the order that the reading text outlines, but may not happen in all matching or labeling tasks. So be aware of that. In the academic test, there's 1 text per section, and in the general test, there's a variety of numbers of text in each section. But we're going to get a method for each of the task types. What's good to know is that if you get 35 and above in IELTS academic, you're going to get an 8, which is what you want, 35 out of 40. If you get 34 and above in general, you'll get a 7. So you're aiming for the highest grade possible. There's no reason why you wouldn't. Even if you need a 7, you're going to aim for the highest grade possible. Yep, awesome. Okay, today we're going to do some vocabulary practice, warm up, and we're going to go paragraph by paragraph, check that you can see in here, and we're going to recommend some resources. Grab a pen and paper, or open a doc, or sit there and just watch on your device and become aware of what the tasks are about. We're going to activate some vocabulary. Today's reading is about fake news and facts, very topical. So what vocabulary do you think we will see? So we're going to predict the kind of words that are going to appear in the text. Yep, here are some of them. Let me read them to us. So looking on your screen, make it as big as possible. Nouns: gossip, the truth, falsehood, article, headlines, content, feed. Recognize these words. Adjectives: describing words: shareable, relevant, sensational, authentic, ridiculous. Verbs: action words: to diffuse, to be pronounced, to compete. And collocations: words that go together easily: social media, news sites, stumble upon, scroll through, breaking news stories. So we're familiar with this kind of language, and it's floating around in our memory, and we may encounter it in the texts. All right, quick vocab quiz. Words on the left, words on the right. Pronounced: falsehood, sensational, authentic, stumble upon. Pronounced: easy to notice: falsehood, a lie; sensational, and here are the answers: in a way that is intended to shock; authentic, genuine; stumble upon, discover by chance. Again, take a screenshot at any stage on your device and load it to your photograph so that you can access this vocabulary and these ideas later. Yep, awesome. That was our super quick warm-up. Now, what do matching information questions look like on test day? Well, here are the instructions. Which paragraphs A to B contains the following information? 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now we've got the statements and we've got paragraphs A and B. So we're going to identify which paragraph contains this information. The information 1, 2, 3, and 4. The answers will look like this. Now we recognize that the information on this side is not in the order that it comes in the paragraph. So this is one of the exceptions to the rules, that the information comes in the order of the text. So the answer or the endpoint is that statement 1, examples of steps to take prior to sharing news stories, is contained in paragraph B. And here it is down here. Statement 2, a mention of potential problems that stem from fake news, is mentioned in paragraph A. A reference to a term to describe the spread of information is also contained in paragraph A, and a reason why it can be hard to identify fake news is contained in paragraph B. So what we did was match this information to the text and then name the paragraph where that information was contained. Is that clear? So that's the task. It's a matching exercise. All right. Now, did you read the text or questions first? We're going to discuss the methods of how to do that efficiently in more detail soon. We're going to now do a preview. We're going to see a text with match information and true and false not given, and we're going to review the method for finding the answers in the text. So there's the text, A, B, C, D, E, and F. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 paragraphs, each labeled with a letter. We're not reading it yet. And the instructions. On the left-hand side, which section of the text contains the following information? You're going to choose the correct letters A to F, and you may choose any letter more than once. So there could be 2 B's, and one of the letters could have been left out. So be aware of that as well, is that or the number of letters matching the number of statements may be uneven. The next part is true, false, not given. So in this case, the instructions are, do the following statements agree with the information in the passage? If the statement agrees with the information, it is true. If the statement contradicts the information, it is false. And if there is no information on this, it is not given. So we're going to decide whether these statements, 7, 8, 9, and 10, are true, false, or not in the text, not given. So that's our 2 item types, yeah? Matching and true, false, not given from the same text. Questions 1 to 10. All good? Okay, so there are 10 questions and we're not reading them yet. What we're going to do is figure out what to do. So let's just read the instructions to see what the questions they are. So this one is a matching task. This one is the true, false, not given task. And we're going to talk about methods. So the best way to tackle a text with match information questions is to use the paragraph by paragraph method. We use a very similar method for match headings, another task type. So here's the method. Check the instructions, read one section or paragraph, read the answer options and choose. Now you may like to take a screenshot of that as well, the paragraph by paragraph method or para by para method. Here's the first paragraph. We're going to read this section first. Not yet, but that's what we'll do. Then we're going to read the information. Then the true, false, not given questions. And then we're going to work out whether it comes from this paragraph. Okay, so read with me, yeah? Got it? All right. Now we're going to check the questions one by one. Here's the first question. Is this information contained in the text in paragraph A? Is this contained in paragraph A? Are these keywords contained in paragraph A? Keywords from the prompt or the questions? And then we find that of the statements, statement 3 is found in paragraph A. So we're dealing with it paragraph by paragraph, yeah? All right, so we can confidently say that 3 and A match together. Five is also a reference to the total number of people to access the internet, 2.4 billion internet users. Word for word is matched, so the meaning is identical. So we can identify that number 5 is also contained in paragraph A. Now let's check the other questions. Now remember, the aim is to read each paragraph just once, but read the questions several times. All good? Paragraph, questions. Are we able to identify that the information is contained in paragraph A so we can answer the questions? If it's not, then we're going to find the information in other paragraphs. Nope. So let's move on. Paragraph B. Keywords. Is any part of this information in paragraph B? Nope. So we leave paragraph B out for the matching task. Is any information in true, false, not given in paragraph B? Yep. And it contradicts the information. So a study found a decline, but actually the study found an increase. So we've matched the information and identified it as false. Keep going on your own. Yep. And keep the method in mind as you read. Check the instructions, read section 1, read answer options and choose. All right. So there's the text. You might like to take a screenshot of that. There's the same text for the true, false, not given task, paragraph C. Take a screenshot. Paragraph D, screenshot. Paragraph D, true, false, not given, screenshot. Paragraph E and F, screenshot for the matching task. And E and F for the true, false, not given task. Okay, now remember the method. We read the paragraph and then match the key. We try to read the paragraph once and the question several times, both for matching and for true, false, not given. How valuable was paragraph C? Yep, we got to identify 6 in paragraph C, and in true, false, not given, we identified that the information wasn't clear enough, and so in fact we say that it was not given. Paragraph D. Paragraph E and F. Brilliant. So there we have our full list of responses for matching and for true, false, not given from paragraphs A, B, C, D, E, and F. Yep. So there are our answers. All right. Now that's what we would write on our sheet, our test sheet. Yep. Identifying, we're following the instructions. We've identified which paragraph the information is in and whether the information was true, false, or not given. Okay, take a screenshot of that so you can check your answers. Awesome. That's the whole text. So let's reflect on what we did. Did you use the method? Yep. Did you go paragraph by paragraph and then match the keywords to the paragraph to identify whether they were contained in the paragraph in matching or whether they were true, false, or not given statements? How could you be more accurate next time? What do you need to do to improve your score, effectively, your accuracy? Is it vocabulary? Yep. Is it reading speed? Is it identifying synonyms? How could you go faster if you need to? Are there any words you need to learn? And if so, where are you going to get the information from? All right. What I suggest you do is read a lot and read out loud and listen to podcasts of language that's around B2, C1 level. Yeah. You can access some of these vocabulary lists from the E2 language platform, or you can do your own homework by reading texts that are around this level. Yep. By having the television news on, the radio on, listening to podcasts, watching movies with closed captions so you can identify new words. Do the practice tasks when you can and get feedback. So make sure you're getting graded so you know where you're up to, so that so we are progressing through along a learning curve. Yeah, we're improving by identifying what we can and can't do. Practice all the English skills. Register and join the live classes. Join our YouTube classes. Join our live classes from the platform. Take a mock test to test all your skills to get an accurate sense of where you're up to and what you need to do for test day. If you're already with us, then upgrade using our QR code here. Attend one-to-one tutorials with a highly experienced teacher who will talk you through and guide you through all the tasks that you need help with, or join a small group class. Yep, where there will be 2 or 3 students with you, where you can actively participate in the learning process. Now, thanks for joining. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you took screenshots. Yeah, I hope you took some practice material away with you so that you can reflect and look on it and go over in your mind the methods that you will use for matching and for true, false, and not given. My name's David. It was great to have you here. Thanks for tuning in, and I look forward to seeing you in the next session. Study hard, be successful, and see you soon.